Recently we looked at a couple of ebook reading devices, the new Amazon Kindle and the new Sony Reader Pocket. A Computeractive reader wrote to ask us what would happen in the case of the bath test. Now the bath test, if you're not familiar with it, is fairly simple. You're sitting in the bath, you're reading a book, and what happens if you drop it? If the book is an old-fashioned paperback, it's not a big deal. You could dry it out, it's not too expensive to begin with, and it should still be readable. If, however, you're reading using a new electronic device, which is going to be quite expensive, you might be a bit stuffed. With that in mind, we asked the manufacturer for a couple of cases and we put them to the test. First though, we're also going to be looking at this case from Amazon, which is designed specifically for the new Kindle. It's got this sort of fake leatherette look on the outside, and it connects to the Kindle using these two gold hooks. So one of them goes into there and the other one goes into there, and then the Kindle is firmly locked into place. Now these two hooks also allow the case to draw power from the Kindle's battery. And why would you want to do that? Well, there's a light in the case as well. That worked surprisingly well in the dark in our tests, and it didn't draw an enormous amount from the Kindle's battery either. And the case doesn't detract much from the Kindle's design. It's not too big, it's not too bulky. But on to those waterproof cases. The first one is from a company called Computeractive. And here we've got the Computeractive replica bath. It's a bit smaller than a normal bath, as you can see, but it does contain a Sony reader inside a case. As you can see, it's dripping quite a lot of water there, but it's perfectly dry inside. Now the Sony reader is touch controlled normally, so you should be able to turn the page by running a finger along the screen. You can see it move just a bit there. It doesn't work very well though because of the plastic shield on the front of the case. However, you can still turn the pages using the physical buttons. Now this case doesn't add too much bulk to the reader. It doesn't look too bad, and if you're going to be reading in the pool or in the bath and you just want to be sure that the reader isn't going to be damaged, then it's a good idea. The second one is also from Computeractive and it's called the Aqua Pack. It's a bit bigger, but that allows it to hold the Kindle, which just slots into there, fits reasonably well. You just lock it in using these bolts, and then you can drop it into there, and you have a perfectly waterproof Kindle. Now, unlike the Sony reader, the Kindle doesn't have a touch-sensitive screen, so you don't need to worry about being able to touch the screen through the case. You can, of course, still use the buttons on the side to turn the pages on the Kindle, and if you wanted to, you could still even buy books using the keypad and using the Kindle's wireless connection, which works perfectly well through the case. So, neither of these cases add too much bulk to the devices. They're not enormously expensive, and if you want to make sure that your devices survive being dropped into water, they're a very good idea.